All right, this is something that I stopped trying to fix in real time. The best work I've done is when I finally started to walk away. Now, I'm not sharing this to be impressive. There's no lesson here. It's just a realization. This isn't about success, it's about staying present in the moment. So, I'll give you a perfect example. I had a session, it was actually my first big session. It was out in Atlanta. I went with an artist, a well known artist. I went out there to um, track some records for them. It was an extremely high pressure session, big session. It could make or break my whole career. We were working on a song. We had already done a couple songs. So I was like, okay, perfect. This is exactly what I came to Atlanta for. This is working. We started working on this particular song. The session was going great. The vocals were tracking perfectly. It was an awesome session. I was just like, okay, cool. I got this. Then all of a sudden there was a power flicker. Now I didn't think anything of it because the power just flickered. It was kind of whatever. We continued the session. Next thing you know, the whole computer crashed. Everything crashed. And I didn't save it in time. And even the backups became corrupted. Now, the thing about that, it wasn't my fault whatsoever. However, as soon as they asked me what happened, I told them the power flickered and that caused the session. Okay, pull up the backup tracks. The tracks are corrupted. Instantly, the whole vibe of the whole area changed to the point where it made me feel like I don't know what to do. This isn't my fault. It just made me look bad. I wasn't able to recover. I had really nothing to say. It got to the point where everybody in the room was pretty down about the record. And on top of that, he noticed my energy completely shifting and he came up to me, "Hey, don't think that this is your fault in any way, shape, or form. Everything is good." As soon as that happened, my confidence completely dropped. It almost was like, damn, I don't even want to be here anymore. So a lot of people would think the session broke. No, the session didn't break. That's not what broke. What really broke was the trust in myself, the vibe of the room. That was the most important thing. As soon as the vibe broke, and there was a lot of people that were in that room, then that completely broke everything. The part that affected me the most is I had no control over what happened and I didn't know what to do. What also broke was the presence of everybody else in the room. It made them feel a type of way. Again, me thinking that it was my fault, it made me feel a type of way as well. The positive momentum that was going on and the confidence, it just all broke. So what did I start doing? What did I learn from that situation? I thought no matter what, I'm going to always over prepare, over prepare, over prepare. I already had everything setting up 99 saves in 1 minute. That was already a normal thing that I did for the backup. However, I just made sure I had an extra hard drive. I always had something and I always over prepared. I started changing settings everywhere. I started doing anything that I can to control the situation. And what did that do? When I started over preparing for everything, it didn't really restore my confidence. It just kept me on edge like 24/7. It's just like, what if something breaks? Something's going to fall. Something's going to mess up. The session's going to be over. I'm never going to get to work in this industry again off of those situations. Then I started thinking, a lot of times I play a lot of video games, obviously. A lot of times in video games, I get to a part where I get to a point where I fight a difficult boss and I just keep messing up no matter what. I know how to do this and I'm good at the game, but for some reason I can't. You know what? I'm just going to give it a break. And once I give it that mental break, it could be a day, it could be a couple days later. When I come back to it, I instantly beat the boss the first try. So what did I start doing? I started applying that to my life. Like I started applying that to audio engineering. I started applying that to music. Once you try to make music and you force the music, it's never going to come out good. So what I do, I take a break. I'll make something, get to a point where I can't do anymore, or I feel like I can't do anymore, and I stop. It may be a day, maybe 2 days. I'll come back to it. And when I come back to it, that part all of a sudden it automatically fits. I have new ideas, I have fresher ideas. Everything just fits like a puzzle all of a sudden. Pressure collapses presence. Stepping away protects the work. Here's the thing, trust isn't rebuilt by control. Confidence returns through patience. Patience matters more than forcing the process. The moral of the story is I stopped trying to fix everything, and that's when everything started moving again. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, you got a new perspective. I'm Trey Gold. Don't forget to like and subscribe.